Hello, Sagittarius. I hope you guys are doing awesome. Happy New Year. This reading is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if this reading doesn't resonate with you, check out my videos for your Moon, Rising, or Venus, okay? If you're looking for a personal reading, my information's in the box below. And if you guys are on Instagram, I am there too, Fawn and Fire Intuitive. So please follow me. I love connecting with you guys on there. I am going to look into the next 3 months, so kind of overarching, then what's happening in love, and then I pulled some cards for your shadow and the light, and then I'm going to pull some other oracle cards for a message from your higher self or source for some encouragement for you, okay? And let's see, I am using the Weaver Tarot by Threads of Fate Tarot, and I'm also using their Oracle deck. Their cards are so beautiful. I will have a link down below on where they can be purchased, and also I'm going to do a giveaway. So on my website, if you go to my website, there's a form that you can just easily fill out and let me know you're interested in the giveaway, okay? All right. Let's see what's happening, Sagittarius. All right, the first thing we have is the 10 of Swords in reverse. And I hope you can see these because they are so pretty. So the 10 of Swords in reverse. So, you know, the 10 of Swords in reverse it does represent that you've been through some stuff. You know, it was painful. And it's easy to feel like when you've experienced 10 swords in your back to feel like a victim because you experienced a situation where you truly felt victimized. But it's in the reverse, so that it's in the past, and it's important that you're letting go of that victim story and the pain, that you're not replaying it over and over and over again, okay? Because we have justice here. So it can almost be like, you know, you could be having a difficult time staying balanced because you have the 10 of Swords in reverse, and then you have the 6 of Cups in reverse, which this represents like a past relationship or something from childhood, and something that was actually very important for your soul's evolution, okay? But if you're still kind of carrying the weight of both of those, like things could feel heavy, you know? It could be hard, like looking towards the future if you're still really carrying some pain from the past. And I get a feeling for some of you too, you could be like waiting for somebody to get their karma, and it's actually just perpetuating like the negativity in your own life. Sometimes, even though it's really hard, and trust me, I get it because I have been through some really crappy situations, but I know for me, everything started changing when I was really able to forgive. And in fact, I had a moment where I really cleared karma. Like I had a chance to give the karma back, and I didn't, because I didn't want to perpetuate the pain. And it seems like, just know, like, you are being taken care of, and that you won't necessarily see somebody pay. I feel like the universe actually just wants to bless you rather than the karma be paid back negative. It's like, no, you're strong and you've moved past this, and the scales are balancing because you're going to see the truth, and you're really going to, I'm noticing the crystals in these cards. You transmuted energy because you are strong and loving. And you're going to see like the pinnacle. I'm looking at this Justice card. I don't know if you can see it, but there's an eye looking up to the point at the top of the sword. Swords represent, you know, thoughts and truth. And especially the Ace of Swords, which is kind of what's being shown here. And it's kind of showing like the scales between light and dark are going to be balanced, but you're going to, rather than focusing on like maybe what that other person is doing or the negative story from the past, like focus on the truth of who you are. Like, you overcame, and you're going to be seeing like new heights. I'm going to get a few more cards on this. Yeah, we have the Conqueror of Coins. So this can be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. It's the Knight of Coins in traditional tarot. You might be like, okay, well, when? Because it's been taking forever. But whatever is coming for you, it's solid. Okay? It's this solid offer. And it might be moving slow because like foundations are getting laid. Yeah, we have the Fool. So this can be happening towards the end of the 3 months, okay, where all of a sudden, like, the scales get balanced and you're going to be getting this real stable offer. I'm saying the Fool because I'm seeing the are towards the end of the 3 months, because it could be an Aries season because of the ram horn here, ram horns. Why is that so hard for me to say? Or you could be dealing with an Aries as well, but you have like a total new beginning, and it's time to dive in, like jump off the cliff away from the past, you know? Like the Fool travels light. He does not carry the baggage from the past with him. He literally, like in traditional tarot, just has like, you know, a stick with a kerchief filled with whatever. But he doesn't travel alone. You don't have to do all of this alone, just so you know. I'm going to move on to the love cards, and that's going to continue to bring more light to what we're talking about here. All right. We have the Seeker of Coins. So this is the Page of Coins. Hopefully you can see it. So this can be, you do have a lot of earth energy here, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, okay? This can be a younger earth sign, and this can also be like a really trustworthy message coming in. And then we have the Magi. The Magi, he is really able to create, okay? We've got the cups here, the passion, the truth, you know, the swords. We have a candle here. It's so interesting. I haven't really used this deck very much, so I'm just noticing the candle here. This really is, I mean, things coming full circle. And it's almost like you get this light bulb moment. Like, okay, this is why everything went the way it went. And then we have the Devil, Capricorn, okay? If you are bound up on something that has not materialized, you know, make sure that you're not in bondage to a person who's like showing up as a page when you deserve a king. Okay? I'm going to pull a few more cards. I'm really feeling like, you know, it's possible somebody's like dangled this key in front of you, like, I can give you this, but it hasn't shown up practical, and it kind of feels like bondage, okay? And jewelry's really coming out here. This might be somebody who does something with jewelry, wears a lot of jewelry. Now we have Taurus coming out, and it came out in reverse, the Hierophant. So, you know, like this relationship not showing up fully, but you kind of feel bound to it. Yeah. We have the Hanged Man in reverse and Death in reverse. It's like, if there's something you've been holding on to, and almost all these, like these cards, it's like something keeps being dangled down in front. Like in the reverse for the Hanged Man, it was like this, like someone's offering a rose, and like you stay, but nothing's really been transforming. So we have Scorpio here, Pisces, Taurus, and like I said, Capricorn and Virgo, and Aries. Some of you, you're dealing with a situation, you know, you might have been worried like somebody was being dishonest with you. But I really get the sense that for a lot of you, you know, make sure that you're not obsessed with the wrong person, because there's somebody who's going to be communicating with you and they're very honest and they want to offer a stable relationship, okay? And it's possibly someone that you've been waiting for, but it's going to turn your world upside down. Like instead of always, I remember recently I had this vision of, because I just got, my eyes were drawn to the stem of the flower. I had this vision of the flower stems. Like I was walking among flowers, but they were as tall as trees. And I'm like, I want to see the bloom. Like I'm so tired of just seeing the stem and the thorns. And like one day I'll get to the bloom. One day I'll get to the bloom. But here the bloom is circled, okay? I feel like you're going to finally see the bloom, but that might mean letting go of something and really undergoing a transformation. And with this death card, you know, there are 2 snakes here. So this is, you could be really dealing with a very spiritual connection where like the Kundalini energy is activated and it's very transformational. And then we have the 6 of Swords. So with that, because that's over the Devil card with the 7 of Swords, I feel like it could be warning you, like don't stay in bondage, like because it feels too hard to move on. Because there's something really awesome coming in for you here. And also don't always be looking for like, oh, is that person lying? You know, you could be maybe sabotaging yourself a little bit if you're thinking a lot of negative thoughts about yourself all the time. You have the 4 of Cups. Yeah, for some of you, yeah. Look at that in the traditional tarot. This is a man sitting under a tree, and he's so focused on the cups in front of him that he's missing like the cup that the universe is trying to give him. And there is that eye, and that is circled as well. Somebody is trying to give you a true cup, the thing that you have been trying to manifest, the thing that you really want. Yeah, I was wondering with that Magi card, I'm like, where is the Pentacle? Here it is, the Ace of Coins, a new stable offer, and again, the Fool. The Fool. This is something totally new. Gosh, that is such a pretty card. I hope you can see it. There's like it's so iridescent, and then there's this full moon in the background and all these clouds. You know, I'm thinking about like a mountain goat. There's a mountain in this card too. Like the way they kind of like balance like impossibly on this super thin ridge. Like if you have been balanced for a long time and it's like putting all this stress on your body and you feel kind of like bound, it's time to jump and trust that you're going to land safely, okay? Because I really feel like the universe is trying to give you the bloom. The universe is has been awakening something in you, and there's somebody else. This could be somebody that you already know, because it seems like you may already be in communication with them, and it maybe you feel like you're friend zoned, but you're maybe just, you know, not confident enough right now, or maybe you have friend zoned this person, but things have been weaving together for this huge change for both of you. And it's important to jump in because there's something like really practical and stable here, okay? So the shadow side, we have the wildling, which is the 2 of Swords, which is exactly what I just talked about, like staying kind of in a stalemate, like bound, when you're meant to be wild. And then we have nature. So as far as the shadow side goes, it's almost like maybe you've been doing just what you've always done, you know, nature versus nurture, like reacting the way you've always reacted, judging yourself the way you've always judged yourself, judging others the way you've always judged them. And it's important that you nurture kind of this like healthy self-esteem and healthy thought process when it comes to your life and to your relationships, because there's something, It's like maybe things have felt scattered and all over the place, but there's something really important solidifying for you in the next 3 months. And that's the shadow side. So the only shadow really coming out is don't stay stuck. Don't stay bound. The revolutionary. And the flame is circled. Like, it's time to not do everything the way you've always done it. It's time to, like, follow the spark, follow the joy, follow the life, follow the light, okay? Yeah, and then the shadow side is release in the reverse. Something hasn't been released. Like, it may seem impossible to you. There is a water lily on here and a frog. And both water lilies and frogs, they do something impossible. You know, I mean, it's possible. We see it in nature, but it's not the norm, is what I'm trying to say. Like, most flowers grow out of soil, you know, but water lilies, they're floating on top of water. And I have one more thing to say about that. And then a frog, you know, goes from, like, changes form completely, almost like a butterfly, and, you know, from egg to tadpole to frog. Let go of anything that feels like bondage. If it feels restrictive to your heart chakra, with this green card here, our heart chakra usually is represented by green. If it feels like restricting, it's okay to set a boundary. And that doesn't mean like you have to like totally cut someone off unless clearly like you know that you're in complete like bondage to a situation. But usually it means like setting a boundary so that things can kind of come to light, so that someone can meet you in a place where it's really comfortable to you and you're not balanced on a ledge doing all the work, adding all this stress to yourself, okay? And then we have the warrior. So there's an aspect of, you know, you're really going to be releasing a lot of anger. And then we have the snakes again. And I think for some of you, it's really important to release that anger because, like I said, I feel like a lot of you, this Kundalini energy, it's really moving up your chakras, and you want to get rid of the blockages so it's flowing freely, so that you're getting guidance from your higher self, so that you have clear vision for the things you want, you know, so that you're speaking your truth, that you're truly able to love, that you're feeling powerful because you are a warrior. Let's get some guidance from Source and your higher self, some encouragement for you, Sagittarius. We have wisdom. Turn knowledge to wisdom. That's exactly. Yeah, so I always say wisdom is knowledge made personal, which means we don't just hear it, we don't just know it, but we truly understand it. We bring it down to our heart, we've lived it, we understand it. And that's that light bulb moment I was talking about where it's like, oh, okay, I keep hearing this phrase over and over again, or I keep seeing the same repeated numbers. You're really going to understand. It's going to be integrated in a powerful way. And there's this wolf here. You know, some of you are really being guided like by ancestors, spirit guides. You know, the wolf can represent like really having a calling to be spiritual, to be a healer, to be a shaman. Some of you are really moving into a powerful calling. And some of your life experiences have just been lessons to awaken these chakras. Yeah, and you are never alone, the otter spirit. This is like one of my favorites. I love otters. They look so happy, like floating in the water, and they hold hands so that they don't drift apart at night. I think they're so sweet. And I was thinking about that water lily growing on top of the water, you know? And what I was going to say about it is, you know, there is water love. Water love is not toxic. It is free flowing. There is not an addictive quality to it. It's very nourishing and refreshing. And I feel like that's what you're moving towards, or maybe you have just begun, because not only it comes in when you are in a place of self-love. And then you have someone that when it is dark, they're holding your hands. They're not going to drift apart from you and just come around when like it works for them. But you are never alone. And I do feel strongly for you that some of you have like an ancestor or spirit guide that is really close to you, guiding you. We have nothing is wasted. The vulture. There are some things that have to die, that were served their purpose. They had a powerful purpose in your life, and it wasn't a waste. Nothing was a waste. Yeah, wombat spirit, be at home, number 68. Oh, this is beautiful, truthfully, because I feel like you've been standing on a ledge for so long, like balancing. And as you just jump into this new journey, you are going to feel peace. You're going to feel love. You're really going to see what it truly feels like to not be alone. There's going to be a lot of self-love, a deep integration of past lessons, and you're going to really find your home, like where you've been meant to be all along, which is awesome. It's such a beautiful feeling. I feel like a lot of people are stepping into that for 2020. I feel like as a collective, we have leveled up, and we're really bringing in kind of the things we've always wanted. Like, we're really ready for them now, and we're vibrating at the same place as those things, so we are experiencing them. You and your loved ones are safe, okay? So if you are in a difficult situation where you feel like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because, you know, I've been doing all this for my kids or my family. It's all going to work out, especially as you're doing things from a place of love and kind of letting go of worrying so much about the other person, kind of paying their karmic debt, and allowing the universe to bless you for your strength and your truth. Yep, don't let pride get in the way. And don't let your past hold you back, Sagittarius. Wow, this is awesome. Amazing things are coming in, okay? If you need a personal reading, my information's in the box below. The Master Conduit course is starting again very soon. Registration is open now. I've done the course 3 times, and it's been so powerful just seeing people, including myself. I keep doing the course right along with everyone, and we have seen so many amazing changes, so many things manifested, and more than anything, I mean, the things being manifested is awesome, but it's also awesome seeing everybody feel so much better and walking in their power and really healing, dealing with some of the core wounds, accessing their intuition. It's been really powerful, and I have loved getting to know the people in the course, meeting, you know, new soul family. So if you're interested in that, there's a website down below, or shoot me an email, okay? So much love to you guys. Again, Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.